Greetings! Today I will talk about heads-up display or HUD, and that's a method by which information is visually displayed to the player as part of a game's user interface. Your ship is talking to you a lot, and I will show you how to read it. Whether you use that information or not is up to you, but every pilot must know where to find all information that he might need. For the start, there are a couple of quick points from developers about the cockpit interface. A modular interface that can be manipulated by commanders would be extremely difficult and time-consuming to implement. You have to remember that almost all of holographic displays are placed in the game world. So whilst giving commanders option is good in principle, the practicality of implementing such a system is rather doubtful. At some point they are looking to make a change to the head camera movement so that when you pitch significantly harshly, the bottom-placed holographics will only leave the screen temporarily, as opposed to what happens now when they are gone until you soften the pitch. The most significant element, distance, is pinned next to the ship itself. Weapon information is on the brackets nearby. First, let's talk about comms panel that you can find in top left corner of your screen. There you can see all messages from and to other ships and stations. You can set any key to directly access Quick Comms and Comms panel at the main menu, Options, Controls, Mode switches. On the left you will see all communication, recent messages to and from PC and NPC, including stations. On the right you will see all ships and stations that are in the same instance with you, as well as your online friends. To any local ship or station you can send text message, request to open voice comms, ask for friendship, block or report player. Voice comms must be accepted at the other end before you can start talking. Blocked players will not be favored when matchmaking together. So if all players in a session have the same player blocked, then that player will never be able to join that session. And if a person earns a bounty, their ignore list and friend preferences won't affect matchmaking, and bounty hunters will still be able to encounter the player, even if the bounty hunter is on the player's ignore list. You don't have to be in the same place or instance to send a text message or call any of your online friends. Info panel can be found in top right corner of your screen, and all basic information is displayed here, like new and last contacts, hard points, landing gear, cargo scope deployed or retracted, mass lock warnings, fines and bounties, and many other things that are not too important. In the middle of your screen you can see information about your weapons and modules. On the right you can see all your weapons from primary fire group, and in my case those are 6 multi-cannons, 4 small gimbaled and 2 medium fixed ones. On the left is secondary fire group, where I currently have no weapons assigned. With each weapon you will have basic information like if it's fixed or gimbaled, and if weapons use ammunition, you will see the ammo loaded and remaining as you see in the bottom left. You can manage your fire groups on the right user interface panel. Multi-cannons are assigned as primary, while shield cell bank as secondary weapons in first fire group. You can have more than one fire group and switch between them at any time. Shield cell bank does not need to be assigned to fire group, as you can assign a key to that action under Options Controls in main menu, like you can do with heat sinks. Below your weapons you can see your modules. On the left is heatsink, 1 ready to launch and 3 more remaining. Shield cell bank, 1 ready and 5 remaining. And on the right you can see automated point defense turret against missiles, with 50 loaded ammo out of 10,000. Ammunition can be bought at any station. Between those big brackets in the center of your screen, your gimbaled weapons are tracking targets automatically. Also, cargo and kill warrant scanners need targets to be in that area to perform scan all the time, and you must assign them to any fire group. Target must be in their working range and keep fire button pressed all the time until the scan is complete. Better scanners can be used from greater distance. In top right you see railgun aim reticle. In the bottom left corner of your screen you can see selected targets information. In Super Cruise you can see selected target's name and distance to it, as well as alignment, distance and speed for safe disengage. When all those are blue, you can safely exit Super Cruise at destination. If you have selected a ship or station as target, then you will see ship type, distance between you, pilot's name and ranking, and status, clean or wanted. Below that you will see the name of system you are in. Also, there is holographic image of target ship with its current shield and hull integrity, and when you hit the target, you will see shields flickering or hull integrity changes. Also, you can see how strong are shields at the moment. Maximum are 3 rings, and you can see if shields are recharging. Also, it's worth noting that since Beta 2, Coriolis Station hologram has arrows on its sides pointing to docking bay entrance. So if you had trouble finding letterbox, now it's fixed. Stations still are rotating counterclockwise. Information about your ship is located bottom right on your screen. Same information you see about selected target ship you are always able to see about your own ship. So you see your ship's holographic image with its current shield and hull integrity. Compass is located left from your radar. The ship compass points towards the docking pad and navigation target is currently selected. So it's very useful for finding your landing pad, or if you are initiating hyperjump to find where you should point your ship to. On the left you see filled blue circle, that means the selected target is ahead. But on the right you see hollow blue circle, that means the target is somewhere behind you and you need to pitch up or down to find it. Radar, heat and speed indicators are most crucial part of your HUD, and it's important that you learn how to read them and react on all warnings that your ship will give you through those. On the left from radar is heat bar with heat level near the fire icon. Currently heat level is 36%. If your ship overheats, it will start taking hull damage and can blow up. So keep an eye on that indicator always, and if your ship overheats, eject heatsink, as it will release all heat immediately. Ship's heat will rise up when you use weapons, especially thermal weapons, boost, start hyperspace, so basically everything generates heat, and heat is what sensors pick up. You can hide your ship from enemy sensors by going into silent run, or stopping heat generation. That can be achieved by turning off ship's modules that generate most heat, like engines, shields. You'll still be visible by naked eye, but enemy will not be able to target you with turret, gimbaled weapons, scanners, missiles at distance. Different ships have different thresholds when they can blow up because of heat. On the right from radar you see speed indicator with current speed, throttle location and blue sweet spot. The sweet spot is for maneuvering. If you keep your speed in the blue zone, your ship will maneuver better. So it's crucial for dogfights that you keep your speed always in that blue zone to get best turning rates. And no matter how many pips you divert to engines, there always is blue spot where you will have the best maneuvering speed. More pips to engines will increase top speed and your blue sweet spot maneuvering speed, because higher top speed means higher middle speed. The radar is a tool. You can use it poorly if you misread it, and use it well if you do that correctly. It can also be affected by various effects like overcrowded space, erratic ship movement and signature strength. You also have actually look at it. It is most important part of your HUD as it shows positions of each and every object that are within the range of your sensors relatively to your ship. So its only way, except visually, to tell where target ships, stations, canisters, missiles or any other objects are. As you see on the radar, your ship is a triangle in the middle of it. You can increase and decrease sensor range. Page up and page down are default keys for that. But you can set any keys you want at main menu, options, controls, miscellaneous. All objects are shown as a vertical stick with either a triangle or square at the end of them. The other end shows where the object is on horizontal plane of your ship, and their length shows how far above or below you they are. The radar is logarithmic by default, so a distance at the edge of radar represents further than the same distance at the center. You can change this in the functions on the right-hand panel. Here you can see the radar legend. Friendly ships are shown green, enemy ships are red, neutral ships are shown yellow, other objects like missiles, canisters, nav beacons, frameshift wakes are shown white. Ships firing at you will flash white and red. NPCs are shown as a solid marker, players are shown with a hollow marker. Ship contacts which appear with a square have their hardpoints retracted, but those with a triangle have their hardpoints deployed. After you receive docking permission, you will see landing pad number with remaining time appear right above radar. And when you will fly right over that landing pad, radar will transform into docking assist diagram to help you to dock. At the bottom, on the right from your ship's hollow image, you can see your power management. From Beta 2 you can install better power capacitor modules to your ships and greatly increase total power and reload speed of your capacitors. Power distribution is another crucial part of your HUD and allows to distribute power between system, engine and weapons. RST will reset distribution evenly between all subsystems to factory default 222. You can distribute 6 pips between 3 systems ranging from 0 to 4 pips in each. When you allocate pips at the moment, it draws equally from the 2 remaining systems. There are actually 8 pips, but it displays 4 blocks that can be full bright 2 pips and half bright 1 pip. System. Most ship utility systems are here, but biggest impact this makes on shields. More pips to systems will bring back online your shields much faster if they fail from enemy fire or silent run. Also, with more pips in systems, your shields will be able to take more damage before failing. More pips to engines mean ship will have higher maximum speed, and blue sweet spot maneuvering zone also will be at higher speed with each pip. Also, more pips to engines will allow you to boost again sooner. More pips to weapons will increase weapon cooling capacity and not the damage the weapon does. With 0 pips you will not be able to shoot at all when your guns will overheat. There are no energy weapons anymore, so if you are shooting you always must have pips in weapons. And finally, in the bottom right corner you see how much fuel currently you have in your tank, how many tons per hour you are using at the moment, and information about mass lock, landing gear and cargo scoop. That information is crucial for starting frameshift drive, as you can't jump into hyperspace or enter supercruise while you are too close to any big object or have your landing gear or cargo scoop deployed. That's it about HUD. I hope you learned something new, and now you will understand what your ship is telling you.